Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Onos, and today we're going to talk about what to expect in the upcoming Nioh 2 DLC, the Tengu's Disciple. First we'll cover some of the basics, we'll very quickly go over what we know for certain. Then we'll venture into unknown territory and I'll offer some thoughts on where I believe the story and lore is going. If you enjoy the video guys, a like or comment is very much appreciated, it really helps the channel to continue to grow. Okay, so first, what we know. I'm going to read you a few snippets from an interview between Japanese magazine Famitsu and Team Ninja, and then refer to some comments on Twitter. After that, I'll give you some thoughts about the lore. So in the interview, the following was said. The extra stories will take place in a very different age compared to the main game. Although it is connected to the main story, it's a parallel story that depicts a tale not told in the main game. There are extra difficulties planned for the game, however the team will make sure not to go overboard with the difficulty like in the last game, as it went to unfair levels last time. The team plans to add around 2 new weapons. Team Ninja will be adding post-game replayable content like Abyss in the first Nioh, but it will be improved from before. It also seems we're getting new yokai to fight, boss battles, guardian spirits, skills and armour. But that's not all, the expansion will also introduce a new weapon that alters the performance of skills outside of set stances. If I had to guess, I would say that the ability to alter the performance of your skills will be tied to the new item, Sahayamaru, the whistle we've been told about. I feel as though it may come in the form of an accessory, but that has not been confirmed. In terms of the difficulty, my prediction is they will pick up where the main game left off. I feel that they will release the new story missions in all 3 difficulties, Dream of the Samurai, Dream of the Strong, and the new difficulty, most likely Dream of the Demon. I could be wrong about this, but I feel it would be a terrible experience for someone wanting to play the entire game through, only to need to stop after the main game and grind out some levels by having to play through New Game Plus versions before being able to continue. So now I'll talk about the story and the lore for the DLC, and again this is my own speculation based on a few things I've read, plus snippets of the game footage we've seen in the cutscenes toward the end of the main game. There are a couple of options that I've thought about. Option 1 is based on something director Yasuda mentioned in an interview with Famitsu. He said that you could look to the early purchased bonus armour for hints as to what to expect. The bonus armour I feel is most relevant here is the first samurai armour. Now according to what I've been reading, Minamoto Yoritomo is generally believed to be the first samurai. That would place us around 12th century Japan, which is around 400 years before the setting of the main game in Nioh 2. If that is the case, then I expect we will also meet Minamoto no Yoshitsune and perhaps Tomoe Gozen, both prominent figures in 12th century Japan. Assuming this is correct, then we are likely to be playing during the Genpei War, one of the most bloody tales of old Japan, which deals with the civil war between the Taira and the Minamoto clans. In the final naval battle of the war, the Battle of Dan no Ura, the entire Taira clan was brutally wiped out. If the story does involve Tomoe Gozen, who was a notable female martial artist in Japan's history, then this could give us a clue about the weapons we will gain access to in the DLC. During this period, women were trained to use both the naginata, which are a little like glaives, and the kaiken daggers. Taking the speculation to the next level, if all of this turns out to be true, then we may also see a new yokai called Sasori no Tamashii, which is a yokai whose origins are rooted in the outcome of the Genpei War. Sasori no Tamashii are said to originate from an inkstone which has been used to copy the same manuscript over and over again for many generations, and begin to take on aspects of the story itself. They can echo phantom sounds and illusory characters from the story, which arise from the ink and wreak havoc. Many of the slaughtered Taira soldiers during the Genpei War were said to transform into Onryu, and their curse infects the inkstones which have been used to repeatedly copy their story. The second option I gave some thought to for the DLC could take us back to Otokomaro. When you pick up his soul core after defeating him, you hear his voice say, "How long to see Suzuka again?" I covered the lore of Otokomaro in one of my previous videos, but if we are going back to the original story of Otokomaro, this would see us go back even further, to the reign of Emperor Kanmu from between 781 to 806. We would meet Sakanoi no Tamuramaru also, who, according to the Japanese folklore I have read, defeated Otokomaro the first time with the help of Suzuka Gozen. We may be shown this path in the histories as part of the DLC. I have one final theory which occurred to me while making this video. If you look at the cutscene here, which you see when you finish the game, I noticed the eye. Assuming this is not some sort of robot from the future, it could be Date Masamune, who was an iconic figure in 16th century Japan, often called Dokuganryu, or One-Eyed Dragon of Oshu, a famous tactician known well for having only one eye. This would place us around the time of the siege of Kurokawa Castle. Right guys, they are my thoughts on the DLC to come. I could of course be wrong about my theories on the story setting, but I would love to hear any of your theories, so leave me a comment below. I'm always up for a discussion and will make sure to reply when I can. Thank you for watching, leave me a like if you don't mind, sub if you're new, and I'll wrap it up there. Thank you all for watching, take care, stay safe, bye bye now.